We must go to war. Oh my gosh. The enemy's got a Katyusha rocket launcher. I'm gonna put in my little bit of artillery, but I'm gonna move it to the back here. Commander's orders. I'm gonna call in artillery. Oh my gosh, on their Katyusha. That was amazing. But right now you can see that my M3 Lee tank, and that is that a Churchill tank? They're pretty much indefeatable. Undefeatable? Indefatigable? But one of the best things to do is use a combined arms approach, aka tanks, artillery, and infantry. But I gotta be honest though, this weird amalgamation of different nations. I've got Germany, the United States, and the United Kingdom, and we're fighting Mother Russia. Now, they've got a giant casemate-style tank destroyer in the back there with just like a massive, massive gun, but he seems to be inaccurate. And they flanked it and distracted it, so now my tank should be able to hit it in its weaker sides. This is pretty good. Things are going swimmingly right now, but with all games, I feel like at the beginning, well, we might be given a little bit of a hand-holding here, so I think it's important to upgrade our weaponry. But here's the overall map. And we're progressing down here. I'm not entirely sure. These little white dots are just like path. They're not like individual battles. I feel like that should be better represented. But here we are, mission 1 through 5. Now, I do have a new unit, and this one is actually carrying what looks like a 30 caliber machine gun. Now, where do we think we're gonna interact with infantry the most? I think in the middle with this level 1 squad. So, push forward and attack. Now, this is amazing because this is like a free-to-play Flash game. I'm pretty sure the developers of this game then went on to make a mobile version. But like, don't you love it when there's like a mobile game, but if you look back in its history, you see that at one point, it started at the dawn of the internet. Flash games. All right, so now I have an anti-tank gun. My goodness. Oh, I like this. Okay, so, oh, it wasn't a Churchill tank, it was a Cromwell tank. So they've got Valentines. Yeah, now we're fighting an allied expedition here. Brits and Americans. Valentines, they got a sexton, self-propelled artillery, and then a priest. Those are weird names for weapons of war. I'll tell you that much. All right, so let's call in artillery on their artillery. Immediately destroyed. We took out their biggest gun on the field, but they still do have a decent amount. But it just doesn't seem like anything's really contesting the power of my forces. So let's recruit some new troops. Okay. I want a faction recruitment, so that's kind of cool. I wonder if this is like Stick War Legacy, where if you have the same skins, like if they're all Russians, you get a little bit of bonus. If they're all Germans, etc., right? So like, or if you're looking for a themed one. Ooh, a Valentine, a rare tank. Now that's a nice medium tank. From my days of playing World of Tanks, like I think that's a pretty beefy one, at least at lower levels. Everything's beefy until it meets a German 88mm cannon. So we've got, what, 3 different things we can use. I'm gonna put my, is that artillery or anti-tank? It looks like artillery. Now we're gonna start the battle, and I'm just gonna let it play out. I don't wanna call any special commander's abilities to like influence the battlefield one way or the other. But I mean, still dominating. In the first blood by the M3 Lee. The M3 Lee has an upgraded gun. Is this similar to World of Tanks where you can upgrade the modules of each of them? Collect the resources on the base. All right. New mode is unlocked, aka da base. So what's going on at da base? Should we? I can't help it. As a dad, I must say, should we drop? Should we drop the base? These things happen. It's just the nature of it all. So it looks like we've got a steel mill. We got this weird HQ. I mean, it looks sort of like it belongs in the colonial South. I don't know. HQ level 3, HQ level 7. Are we going to be able to build a port? We're going to leave the base. Campaign victory is possible. Well, I mean, I would hope so. Here we are. Looks like we're the British Expeditionary Force. We have already made landfall in France? Wait a minute. When did I get a Puma? Or is that what I'm fighting? They have American... Okay, what is your Sturm Tiger? This is like one of the most ridiculous weapons in the history of World War II. The Germans are like, we like big guns. We can't lie about it. We just really like them. So they got like a depth charge launcher that was like 380 millimeters wide. And they're like, yeah, this is what we want. Now let's put it on a Tiger chassis and make it shoot like the biggest tank shell in the history of tank shells. And they did it. This is more of like gameplay should be fun instead of historically accurate. Then again, in the middle of, like, the Americans and British and Canadians invading France after D-Day, there shouldn't be any Russians defending it with the Germans. You know, there's a little bit of weirdness going on here. But the enemy is putting up a fight. They're using special powers. Whoa! Who are these guys? Who are those guys that just ran across the field? I thought this was like Platoon and little dudes strapped with explosives, but that's the wrong war. Stage, Liberation of the Gulf. Okay, so their big daddy tank is a T-34. Epic. They also have some snipers, it looked like. Oh, look at this. The angry German guy is commanding Brits, Russians, Americans, and one German thing. Okay. Dude, I'm gonna wipe the floor with this guy. What's this? I'm gonna make this thing dizzy. Haha, you've been stunned by enemy propaganda. Basically, what we did was we flew over the night before the battle and we dropped a leaflet in the top of that artillery piece saying, your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberry. So the next day, morale was so low, they didn't know what to do. We are on the third thing. But hold on, before we do that, we need to go to my army page. Yeah, this guy, remove equipment. Okay, yeah, so I'm fairly certain that our M3 Lee has... it does have a refurbished... Okay, we got a specialized gun and a specialized engine. It is a little bit reminiscent of like the component system you see in a game like World of Tanks, which I'm okay with. I think it's fun. It gives a little bit of depth to it. Let's use armor-piercing shells. This is our big daddy right now, is M3. I mean, he's our rare tank. Well, wait a minute. We have lots of rares? We have a lot of rares! All the blues are rares. I don't want to level up my Cromwell, you know? I feel like I might go for an American build, but then again, I only have 2. Let's push the attack. Russian artillery, Russian anti-tank, Russian artillery, 2 German Tiger tanks. I don't know what sort of weird ally this is. Some weird alliance. Oh, man. Katyusha's good. What does this thing do? Hey, guys. Whatever that does, do it. All right, the enemy is putting up a lot more of a fight here. A lot more of a fight. Yeah, my stuff is getting wrecked. I'm not sure we win this one. My infantry is flanking that anti-tank gun in the back, which looks like an Su-76. Oh my gosh, we barely pulled this one out. Okay, enemy armor is down. Now we just have the Katyusha rocket launcher. Victory, but I mean, that one was kind of close, right? I just love how the campaign says victory is possible. Oof, yeah. Joseph Stalin 2 tank. KV-1s. Those are big boys. I mean, this is a lot of big Russian armor. And then we got an Italian tank. The Carro Armato. Whatever. Just so long as we fight. Oh, look at those little light machine gun teams. All right, let's repair this guy because he's taking an absolute beating. I think that's going to be the key. Oh, I love that. Infantry moves past the tanks and starts hitting artillery. All right. We're going to hit the repair on our Crommy. Sir Cromwell. And now we are hitting, like, what we need is to equip our infantry with anti-tank grenades. I'm very curious to see if that is something you can do. If you can upgrade your infantry in that kind of a way, now that would be very, very intriguing. So this is the squad. Let's level them up. You better get components. Oh my gosh, they have no components. That's lame. I wanted to give them anti-tank grenades or even grenades. Just something. Something. I think our Sir Cromwell needs to be leveled up. And we'll give him a tank gun 20k. Wait, why are we all using tank gun 20ks? This guy's got a tank gun 20k. I don't even know what a 20k gun is. Sniper team. SVT 40 snipers. Those are semi-automatic rifles. Maybe they got optics on them. Look at it. Snipers. Let's run to the front and start shooting. Buddy, I don't know if that's a good idea. All right, let's napalm them. All right, residual damage via the fire. Oh, they called in artillery on me? You what? Oh, but we got this one. For days, for days. Our alliance is victorious. Ooh, the Vickers Cotton Lloyd. This looks like the dumbest vehicle ever. Is that like the Bren gun carrier? Is that what they called that thing? Look at this thing. The infantry can sneak into the rear by bypassing the tanks. Okay, well, let's confuse, what's their biggest thing? Probably the Challenger, right? Their big tank back there? Is that what that's called? These guys just ran right past my infantry. Why aren't infantry fighting infantry? We'll stun those infantry. Hopefully long enough for us to break through their front lines here. We should have a repair very soon, and we need one to heal all 3 of these units on the front line that are just holding down the fort. This is getting a little bit precarious. Brilliant. All right, artillery. Did it say enemy hero? What is this guy? I should have checked it. It's either a Crusader or a Challenger. I'm not so well versed on my British tanks. Let's go to our army. I feel like I just need more. I need more things. What's the academy? Hello there. Today we're going to send our soldiers to school. Hopefully they will learn to be multilingual. Oh, you combine multiples of the same units and you can promote them. Excellent. Promote. Which gets them to... What did it do? It's level 1, but now they have green around them. I'm not sure what that did. I'm sure they're better in some way, but in what way that is, I do not know. So let's go back to the base. Complete mission 310 in the campaign, and then we get naval operations. That sounds pretty fun. How far are we on the campaign? Because you got to remember that victory is possible. Ooh, the big howitzer and the big door knocker. They've also got a centurion. They've got a cave troll. Oh, I don't know why I grabbed that. All right, I'm healing my stuff right off the bat. Jeez, this guy's almost dead. Let's do whatever that is, break their morale. This guy's got a double kill to Katyusha. This does not look good. Although our infantry is in their back line. Victory is ours. Oh, we got bazookas. Oh, these guys have like flak jackets, regular ammunition. Why do you have regular ammunition? You're not regular ammunition. And they got trench guns? Wait, they're bazookas with trench guns? Okay, so you can upgrade your infantry. I gotta figure out how to do that. Oh, maybe by increasing their veterancy now, we're gonna give them service pistols, better vests, crappy helmets, I guess, and self-made munitions. That doesn't seem... Wait a minute, why do we want that? Why do we want self-made ammunition? That just sounds like a bad idea. There we go, level 10. Now we attack them. All right, artillery on... Let's go for these 2 tanks on the top. Now, in the early missions when we fought, our artillery would one-hit their stuff. Now, not so much. But the front lines are definitely ours. We're flanked back behind. Instead of the infantry taking out the dangerous bazooka teams, they take out the artillery because science, you know. Drop a little bit of like petrol bombs because I don't think we had napalm in World War II. On these 2 tanks up there. Jeez. Stunned. Joseph Stalin 2 is destroyed. I want to see though if I can build a navy. Oh my gosh. An M4 Calliope. Basically, World War II, the Americans were like, hey, you know how those Russians have Katyushas? And you know how we have Sherman tanks? Well, let's get a Sherman tank and put the equivalent of the Katyusha rocket launcher on the top of it. That sounds like a cool idea. And they're like, yeah, dude, that sounds really cool. We're fighting some big, big stuff here. Wow, level 19's all over the place. We are outclassed, aren't we? Let's fire it on the Calliope. We need residual damage. My God! These guys with shotguns just destroyed a tank. I've seen it all. First blood. Oh gosh, we gotta keep these guys alive. They're barely hanging in there. This is tough. This is down to the wire, I believe. Does look like it's gonna go our way because our infantry is really doing the dang thing out there. But man, wait, that's the Cromwell. Have I been using the wrong tank? I may be upgrading the wrong tank. That's hilarious if that's the case. All right, we do have some interesting special abilities now, but the enemy looks like they're breaking our line. I think they broke us. Wait, a little bit of a counterattack. All right, let's hit. Jeez, what do we have left? I've got to kill this thing. Their tank is just rushing artillery. My infantry's taking out their artillery. Let's stun this thing. Oh my gosh, it's infantry versus 2. This doesn't bode very well for us. On the last mission, right before naval, there's one dude with a light machine gun rushing at a tank. Come on, buddy. Wait. We're confusing him. Oh, he's using his coaxially mounted machine gun. This is insane. Look at this. My guy's gonna do it. We have Rambo on our team. Oh my God. That guy, give him the Medal of Honor. I just unlocked naval operations. New mode. All right, let's see what this is all about. What the heck? All right, let's attack the smaller one, right? 3249. Are you? I have 3249 against 325. Wait, that's more. I'm good at math. All right. So this should be pretty close. Look, they got a little, like, little motorcycle there. A lot of stuff we've already seen. This is a Panzer IV. That's kind of new. Surprisingly, considering it's like a pretty, you know, prominent and main tank that the Germans used during the war. I feel like we would have seen a lot more of those. But hey, I didn't make this game. I made Bot Wars, and then I've got a couple other games coming up. So I cannot wait to share those with you, by the way. Oh my gosh, I get so excited about it. Select a boost. All right, Ricochet. Oh, I don't have any Piat Assault squads. Yeah, that Ricochet seems like the better one. So that's pretty cool. So if you guys do want to see more, we'll pull the trigger on the like button, let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. Looks like we can build an airfield.